Brought to you by DIS, keeping companies connected with cloud-based solutions. Come on, City.
Can we start with your team news, please? Last week, Connor said Danny Rowe would be back for Saturday's game. Is he properly in contention now? He's had a few more days.
Yeah, he's been training with the squad now for the last couple of days. So yeah, Danny's feeling a lot better. And he's back in contention for the squad. Yeah, this week. And
an update on Billy Clark, please, if you've got one.
Yeah, Billy's doing well. He was on the grass today, not with the squad, but he was back on the grass with the physio team. So yeah, his progression's been very good, really. So we're pleased with how that's going with Billy. Hopefully he'll be back sometime in a week or two. Hopefully, in the shorter time, but we'll just have to assess him next week.
Rhys Staunton, Richard O'Donnell back in training. How are they finding back being in training? How are they coping?
Yeah, they're good. They're getting back up to the speed of the training and the intensity of the sessions. So yeah, they're both feeling good and training well. So it just adds competition to the squad.
And going into the game, are you looking more at a similar 11 that started the game against Scunthorpe, or have things changed in the last few days?
Well, obviously, different challenges that we will face this Saturday, so there could be some changes to the squad. But we've got to assess what we feel is the right team to get as a result on Saturday.
As the weather's had a big play in the games being called off, how has it affected training?
Yeah, we've managed to train, but just on the 4G. We're quite lucky that we've got the 4G down here. But yeah, it has affected things. We haven't managed to get on the grass as much as we'd like. But yeah, we've been able to train obviously on the 4G and get some good work done on there. But we've just got to limit the training time just because of how hard the surface is.
Do you think with the amount of games being rearranged and pushed back and stuff, is there really a case for an extension of the season? And if so, do you think the governing bodies need to have a look at the options?
I think it's moment in time. I think clubs can do the Tuesday Saturdays, but I think if more games get cancelled for whatever reason, if that's COVID or the weather, then I think it's something that maybe we need to look at, just to make sure that we fit everything in and not be putting the players' welfare at stake in regards to having three games a week, and that could cause problems. But I think you'll be able to do it, maybe a one-off, especially if we have got Tuesday Saturday games. So yeah, I think it is something that maybe needs looking at in probably in the next couple of weeks. But at this moment in time, we're able to play Tuesday, Saturday. I think with the size of the squad that we've got at this moment in time, I think we'd be able to cope with that.
We got Sam Hornby's take on the postponements earlier. What was your reaction on the Friday, knowing another game was postponed, and what did you say to the players, and what did you have them doing over the weekend?
Well, obviously disappointed. We wanting to obviously get a result and put in a performance that we need to in terms of regarding bouncing back to the defeat at Exeter. So we want to right our wrongs, and we were looking forward to playing the game on Saturday. But the weather wasn't great. I think there were 5 or 6 games called off in our league. So we just had to refocus the team. We did a match prep as normal on Friday. Because we didn't get told until after we trained. So we then had to get the players back in on the Saturday and train, to match intensity, really, just to try and keep us fit and keep us match fit going into the game on Tuesday. So yeah, it's nothing's really changed in regards to our preparation now, because we did a tough session on Saturday. So then that means we can prepare just as normal as if we played on Saturday, going into the game on Tuesday.
Does it in any way, is there any positives to take from having a bit of a break, or is it simply a case for you, like, we just want to play the games?
No, I don't think there's any positives from a game being cancelled. I think we've prepared now twice for Scunthorpe, so it's the more workload on the staff and the players, taking that information on board and applying it in training, and for it to be cancelled, it does add more workload on them and on those as staff. So no, I don't think you can take any positives from it. You just got to be professional about the situation and put in a performance when the next game comes along.
Touching on your relationship with Connor last week, he said some good stuff about your working relationship. How do you find working with Connor?
Yeah, we've got a good relationship. We've been working with each other for now, I think 4 years now, so we know how each other works, we know our strengths and we know our weaknesses, so we're able to help each other, and where people are stronger in different areas, we will make sure that the right person does that side of the job. So yeah, we've got a good relationship, and it's important that we prepare the group as much as possible. So we need to know our strengths, just like knowing the players' strengths and weaknesses, to get the best out of the group.
And going forward to tomorrow, first of all, what's your thoughts being back at Valley Parade? Since you've taken over, you've only played there 3 times, given various circumstances. How will it feel being back at home?
Yeah, we're obviously looking forward to that. It's disappointing there's no fans still, but it's always nice having a home game and being able to prepare in the right way. So yeah, we're looking forward to it being a home game and take the travel away from it, which we've had a lot of long journeys lately. So we're looking forward to that, and we hope we can put a performance on Tuesday.
And speaking of Morecambe, what have you made to them so far this season? They're up there in the playoffs. Some may have said beforehand they would have been quite surprised to see them up there. What have you made of them?
A well-organised team, and they caused a lot of teams problems. They're able to kind of absorb the pressure and counter on you, and also they've got the strengths to, and the clever movements in behind you to hurt you. So yeah, we know that the strengths of Morecambe and the problems they will cause us. So we've got to try and nullify them as much as possible, and and look to apply our game to them. So yeah, we're looking forward to it, but we know it's going to be a challenge. They're a good team, and they're up there for the right reasons because of the qualities they've got in their team.
Despite that, though, you look at the Cambridge game, the Tranmere game, 2 clubs who are up there as well, and you got positive results, 4 points from those 2 games. Does that give you confidence going in to a game against a side who are near the top, knowing that you can beat these kind of sides?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've got to take confidence from them games. I think the Cambridge game, both games we showed our qualities both in and out of possession. So we've just got to try and make sure we hit them performance levels. That's important, because we know that there's going to be spells when we are without the ball, and there's going to be spells where we are in good possession of the ball. We just got to try and make them count. So yeah, we could take confidence on that. Obviously, going the run that we did in terms of the runs unbeaten, that we've got to we are a confident group. It's a confident the building our players in the building are confident at the moment, and so we just got to I think that's important in football, and we've just got to make sure we try and get the result on Tuesday.
And it's been a bit of an extended break, as we know, since the Exeter game. Just how hungry are the lads to still put that right? Is it still at the forefront of their minds and your minds? Yeah,
it's something that we'll remind the players of. I think the Scunthorpe game, we looked to have the right mindset going into it, and we had a great week kind of preparation going into the game, and we looked more hungry and wanting to right them wrongs, for one way to put it. And I think we've still got that same mindset. We want to be successful. We want to win games and try and get away from the bottom half of the table.
Brilliant. Cheers, Mark. Good luck for tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Hi, Mark. As you touched on there, it's going to be a busy last few months of the season. That must bring with it a headache for you and Conor, in that you're going to have to rotate the squad, but that necessitates getting players match minutes, because you can't just drop them in to a match when they haven't really played anything.
No, you're right. That's probably where we need to, at times look for kind of games in against friendly games for the squad, if we can put them in. If not, it's important that we get the right training sessions for them players to make sure that they play at that intensity and they are ready for the chance. It's like anything. If you're out the squad, it's important that you do more as a player to make sure that you're prepared and ready for that opportunity. So it's our job as well as staff to make sure that the training's done right, and we can these players are ready for if they're called upon.
And how easy at the moment is it to get friendly matches in, to get players match fit, when you've got so many league matches to fit in as well, and the pitches are not in the best condition?
Yeah, I think there's always teams that need games for in the same situation. So I don't think that'd be too much of a problem. So no, I don't think that is an issue. I think it's just making sure that when the players do play, that again we manage their minutes and we make sure that we don't throw them in and they do too much. But again, we've got to be ready for when they do play. So if that is for 60-70 minutes and they perform well, and then they continue that and they build the match fitness up that way. So yeah, there's different ways around it, but I'm sure that we'll manage that side of it in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, thanks very much. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
So Mark, but obviously, this stop-start period you've had. I mean, for yourself and Connor, obviously in this management position, you're sort of learning the job as you're going along. I mean, this challenge also of sort of keeping players presumably motivated during spells when there aren't any games and games get called off. And how do you sort of keep the morale up around the place when they find out yet another game's been postponed?
I just think you continue as normal, really. I think we don't really see that the players are down, and obviously they just want the next game to come. So the game was off on Saturday, then we trained today, and you can see that the players are looking forward to this game. So it's at the moment we don't need to motivate the players for them. They're obviously disappointed when the game gets called off, but as soon as the next games, we look towards that, and we'll prepare the players as best as we can for it. So yeah, it's not an issue that we've had at the minute in terms of morale. It's a good group, it's a confident group, as I mentioned. But we just need to play these games, and we're looking forward to this busy period coming up.
As you say, with these games getting postponed, I mean, presumably you've got a line-up in mind each time for a game, and you might do it for certain circumstances. So is it a case of sort of scrubbing names out, moving people around, and you probably had to rewrite your team sheet probably a few times over the last few weeks? Yeah,
we are the type of managers who do change at times to the personnel, to what we think's the best opportunity to get a result. If that's defensively or going forward. So we do change the team if needed. So like you say, there will be times where players are in the squad and the game gets called off, and then another player will come into the squad. So it's just important that you have the conversations with them players. What the reasons are. So yeah, we just, like I say, we're looking forward to this game on Tuesday, and we give opportunity for these players who've got the shirt to go and perform.
Like you say, it's probably not an easy conversation to have when you're leaving someone out, but presumably when you look at the fixtures ahead and say, look, we've got this schedule coming up, you can balance that by saying you're going to get your opportunities, because we're going to be using everybody.
Yeah, I think for the experienced pros we've got in the building, I think them conversations don't really need to take place. Maybe the younger ones do, but I think everybody can see now with the amount of games we've called off and the amount of games we're due to play, we can, they can see that the opportunity will be there for them. So it's important that they are performing in training, because that's where we're going to choose and select our players from training. So they need to be performing every day and doing everything right. So if that opportunity comes, that they go and take it and then stay in the squad.
And how important, presumably more than ever, are the sort of the stats going to be in terms of the fitness work and just looking at the physical condition of players?
Yeah, they are important. That's where the medical team and the S&C team will come into play. We do try and cap minutes when we know that players are either returning or just coming into the squad from having long spells out. So it's just important that we do manage that, and we don't cause injuries when we could have prevented them. And that's where we've got to use the people in the building to advise us on that. So yeah, we've done so. We did well in the Christmas over the Christmas period. So hopefully we can manage it in the same way.
And I think, if I'm not wrong, I think Exeter was the first time you've used 5 substitutes. I mean, is that another thing you're sort of having to, learn as you're going along, sort of thing? Because obviously, it's the first time this season during this season, there's been that option, isn't there, of making so many game changes in games.
Yeah, well, as you know, Simon, obviously we brought the 3 players into the team who were kind of new signings with Jordan, with Chaz and Crankshaw. So they've not been playing loads of minutes with the clubs, but they have been playing. So it was important that we managed their times when playing, so they couldn't do the full 90s. But that's where we've got to see the physical condition within the games, but we've also got it in mind from the medical team and the S&C team that these players might need resting.
And of course, that's where the strength of the bench, which you've been talking about, it really comes into its own, doesn't it? Yeah,
definitely. I think if you've got strength on the bench as well as in the starting 11, then obviously and also different strengths off the bench to cause the team problems. If it's pace later on, or if it's strengthening up the defence or midfield, then we've got them different options now, which we're pleased with. So like I say, hopefully we can use the squad rotation well enough in this busy period.
One last thing, how's the pitch? Have you had a word? Is everything okay?
Yeah, the pitch is fine. Obviously they did a lot of work to try and get the game on Saturday, but obviously it was too cold, so it was frozen. It was rock hard. So yeah, but they're doing a good job up there. So yeah, we're thankful that we're going to get the game on Tuesday. Unless we're getting any more snow.
Brought to you by DIS, keeping companies connected with cloud-based solutions. Come on, City.